just another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, thinking of about the same mistake. Darling, when you go away, it won't be as simple for you.
Yo, guys, RDS here, back again with another live stream. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. I'm joined by the amazing Mike from Mike Talks Football, good friend of mine to do our AFCON. Obviously, AFCON starting this weekend, as well as the Asian Cup. We're going to be here doing some previews and predictions. But before we get into that, if you are new to the channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio, follow us on Twitter, X, and make sure you go and subscribe to Mike's Talk Football channel as well, on the road to 10K subscribers. Mike, brother, man, how you doing? You okay?
Yeah, just surviving the cold. That's pretty much it. So at least
you're back in Finland now, aren't you, man? You're back in Finland.
It's been minus 30 Celsius the last week.
Oh God,
it's been so cold. But today was +2, so it's getting close to shorts weather. I'm doing well. It's somewhere almost, but yeah, I'm excited, man. AFCON, it's probably my favorite international competition. Yeah, I love this competition. Just the shit you see sometimes is just hilarious. I mean, the goalkeeping, the referees, the pitches, the fans. There's just something special about the AFCON. When I don't know if it's just because it's in January and it's just so cold for me, and then I just watch the football and I'm like, you know what? This brings a good feeling into my soul. But I think it's also just the storylines that we always get when it comes to an AFCON. I remember last time we had the Comoros, and they had to play a player in goal because of COVID issues, and they still lost only 2-1. Like, these are the things that I don't think any other international tournament can even conjure up in their heads. That just is the beauty of AFCON, and hopefully we have a fantastic tournament, another 24 teams vying. And also, RDS, we have had 7 different winners in the last 7 AFCONs.
That's true.
So it's the most competitive international tournament by far.
That's true. And like I said, guys, we're obviously going to be going in. Unlike maybe the traditional ones that were shown in the group stage, we're probably going to get into it. There's a tier list, obviously, to your right, as you can see. We'll probably start with who we think are the favorites, then maybe dark horses, groups, etc., and sort of take things from there. Obviously, get involved. If you have questions for me or Mike, get involved in the comments as well. And obviously, leave your thoughts in the comments when things go. So, I guess the first thing to start off with, as you can see at the top, Mike, and we're having this discussion, is who would you say, or who do you think?
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. I was just going to say, should we start from the bottom and then go our way to the top? I think that would be better.
That actually might be a good idea. Actually, yeah, that might be.
It's just better.
The problem is with the worst performer is that I have an idea, but I don't think
we should leave. No, we should leave that. I'm talking about group stage fodder and then working our way up. I think that would be the best way to do it.
Okay. So we start with group stage fodder then. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Group stage fodder. Now I don't know. Do you remember the teams in the individual groups or the nations?
Yeah. I can remember. I can pull them up as well. I remember them, most of them.
Fine. Group stage fodder.
I can give you some teams, and you can say yes or no if they're group stage fodder.
Yeah. Okay.
Angola.
Yes. I was going to say that.
Yeah, Angola. Okay. Mozambique.
Because Mozambique are in that. Well, yeah, because they've got Cape Verde, Egypt. What I would say to push back slightly Mozambique is, how confident do you feel about Ghana?
Not that confident.
I'm pushing back slightly. Because obviously remember there's a best of the four best.
But my thinking is that I think Cape Verde will either get second or third in that group. I think Mozambique will finish last. So that's my thinking with that they're just going to be group stage team.
So you think Ghana are definitely, definitely going. Yeah, I'm going to put Angola here just as
Angola there.
Yeah.
You can we can discuss later about Mozambique. Definitely Namibia. I don't see them standing a chance.
Yeah, I mean the Mali. Yeah, Mali. Yeah, I've got the where's. Oh, sorry, no. I'm confusing with the. There we go, Mali.
No, Namibia.
Sorry, Namibia. Sorry, Namibia. My bad.
You're good. You're good.
My bad.
They're in the same group as Mali.
Yeah.
And then probably Tanzania as well. They're in a tough group. They are improving.
Yeah.
The league is getting better, but they're in a very tough group.
Yeah, Morocco, DR, Zambia, man. Yeah, Tanzania. It's that. Aside from Group A, I think that could potentially be one of what I would call like the groups of death. I think.
I would probably have Group A and C as the group of death because Group C that's a tough group. Now, any of those teams can progress. That was my thinking. But I mean, look, Tanzania are a decent team. They did play against Morocco. I think it was November, and it was only 2-0 the game. So it was World Cup qualifier. So they did, push them, but I just don't think there's enough quality for Tanzania. They're a young team. They're probably going to be good in the next AFCON if they do qualify. This one, just more of an experience thing.
Oh, it's tough. I mean, what about what about Mauritius?
You mean Mauritania?
Mauritania, sorry, not Mauritania.
Yeah, probably Mauritania would go in group stage fodder. They've qualified, I think, now for the last 3, but
because they are in Angola's group, but I don't know whether they will be. I don't see them as one of the teams that will be in the
I don't see it either.
Best third place, basically. Yeah.
No, I don't see it. I think they're probably going to finish 4th in that group, anyways. So Mauritania can go there. Do you remember the Fulham striker called Kamara?
Yes, yeah.
He plays for Mauritania.
Okay.
I think he's in Greece now or Cyprus. One of those two leagues.
Where's he gone now? So like
I think he's Greece.
I do not remember him making much of an impact, to be honest. So where's the flights here? Isn't it? There we go.
Yep.
Who else? Obviously, let's go through.
See, that's why I'm thinking Mozambique goes in this category. I think they're going to finish last in that group.
I don't Ghana on.
No, we're not putting Ghana in the group stage fodder, RDS. No, we're not doing that.
I mean, as a Nigerian, I want to, So there's no doubt
of
about
course,
that. Nigerian, I want
there.
to,
At least I'm the neutral here,
So, but I know, I don't know what it is. I just have a feeling that Mozambique low key could surprise people.
No, we always see this in the AFCONs that there's a surprise team. And they haven't been to the AFCON since 2010, so they really have nothing to lose. Mozambique, but
how's Cape Verde's form been recently? Have they
been decent? They don't score a lot of goals.
Yeah,
but the thing for them is they have experience in the AFCON compared to Mozambique. So I think that kind of weighs into how well they will do. That's why I think I have Cape Verde over Mozambique in that group at least. But hey, you're the host. You decide, RDS.
Yeah, no, fair. No, like I said, Mike, you have much more research regarding African teams than myself, to be honest. So I trust you on this. But I don't know what it is. Group B is definitely one to watch. I have a feeling that potentially Mozambique might be able to do something. At the very least, they might secure the one of the best third place spots, So, because stepping aside, I think one of the things about the whole third place system is that it suits teams who are defensive. Who aren't going to concede many goals. So a draw here, a draw there, as long as you don't lose, you are probably going to qualify somehow. And I wouldn't be. I mean, you saw it almost in the last AFCON. There weren't that many games where you were like, this team is beating this team by 3 or 4, 5 goals.
I think there was 1 or 2 games. That's about it that I can remember.
Yeah. nothing big like that. And I think that trend is going to continue. So I won't be surprised for some of these arguably more minnow teams like Mozambique that they do something, and somehow sneak their way through. As opposed, and then you see some of the teams that are supposed to be doing well, Nigeria, end up performing disaster classes.
I checked. So Mozambique's first game is on Sunday against Egypt. Not the greatest start.
Yeah, that's.
But lucky for them is that probably Ghana and Cape Verde will be maybe a draw.
Okay.
And then Ghana plays Egypt the second match day. So Mozambique could be in a good situation going up against Ghana in that final match day. You never know. It's possible. It was the same thing, I think, in 2021 where I think Ghana had to beat Comoros and they lost 3-2. That was a wild game. That was the best game. That was the second best game of that AFCON because the first one was the third place game.
And if I remember, Egypt aren't like, they're not goal scorers. I mean, again, it can support a team that like you can play against Egypt. You're like, right, let's just not lose. Let's just drop back. Let's just defend.
Yeah.
They're not known, even though they have Salah, but still, they're not in these tournaments. They're not known to really score a lot of goals. I remember even the last AFCON, I think that I can't remember a game where they scored 2 or more goals. I'm trying to remember on the run. I just remember a few draws and a few 1-0 wins.
I think they only scored twice, maybe on 2 occasions. I know they scored twice against Morocco in the quarterfinal, but that's about it.
And obviously the other final went to penalties. Big up the guys in the chat, man. Thanks, AK Samasodi. Thanks for supporting, man. I don't remember. I generally don't remember them scoring a lot. So, like I said, it might suit a team that potentially like a Mozambique. They might think, okay, they're better than us. Let's just defend. Let's just see out a point. And then if they get a point from Egypt in that first game, you're then thinking maybe we can take our chances against. Because
if they get a point against Egypt, and then that group is going to get wild.
Exactly.
I'll tell you that right now. It's going to get wild. I think for now, RDS, we got to put them at group stage fodder, Mozambique.
Yeah. So Adaj 3 says if Ghana draw their first match, the pressure will mount because I think Egypt will beat them.
Yep.
You never know. Let me just go and put so it's Mozambique we're playing now, aren't we?
Yep.
Where's your flag? Here we are. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 2 more, I think.
See, the problem with the tier list, I honestly don't put anybody else there. I'm going to be honest, RDS.
Okay.
Because I think Guinea-Bissau are like a team where they're in between that. They're either it can be knockout stage or group stage fodder. That's the problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just you talking about Ghana? We're talking about Ghana right now. Where dog shit says just. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm Nigerian. I'm biased. So I'm not gonna say Ghana great group. That's why I'm handing this over to Mike. But
you're gonna get me in trouble. Thanks, RDS.
No. So all I'm saying is that I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if we see certain events partake in that group. And when we come to Nigeria, I'll be honest and I'll talk about what I think is going to happen to that clown of a country, but we'll get to it. So yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, I'm going for the stage right now. I'm
because I think Guinea-Bissau could do something in that group. Even though in my predictions I have Guinea-Bissau in 4th place, they ain't a bad team. They could beat the Super Eagles. They could beat Equatorial Guinea. We don't know.
They could. You're saying could as in like it's possible that they won't. Yeah.
I would give them like a 40% chance against Equatorial Guinea and Nigeria. I'll
give it slightly more, but anyway,
that's you, RDS. You're a complicated Super Eagles fan.
It's complicated. It's there might be. I told AJ, I was like, potentially it could be the first time you do a tournament transfer during the tournament if we get embarrassed on the weekend. It's quite possible. I can't take another. Just be like, right, yep, okay, my transfer papers. I'm now going to be Egyptian or whatever. I don't know. So it's not. It says I'm Ghana myself. Yeah, bro. It's not looking good for West Africa personally. It's really not looking good for West Africa. Samasi does say that will come at least third though. So yeah, go on, Mike.
So what teams do we put then in the knockout stage fodder? Do we put Equatorial Guinea there?
how far can Ecuador? Because obviously knockout stage further where
I would probably say that's like round 16 max.
Yeah, round of 16 maximum. Yeah. Equatorial Guinea though, they're undefeated in the last 9 though. I think
they don't concede a lot of goals.
Yeah, they'll be a difficult team to beat. It depends on. I've not drawn the whole parallel who they could face, etc. Because it gets a bit complicated with the best third place team. But I don't know. I think they could do quarters. I think depending on who they're getting on the 16, they could do quarters.
So I did a bracket. If they finish third in that group, they would play Egypt in round of 16, which is a decent matchup for them.
Something again. I can't say in that game Egypt are definitively clear favorites.
No, I can't either. I would probably give Egypt 60-40, 65-35, around that. Yeah,
exactly. And that's assuming that they finish
first,
of course, because they could. Personally, well, okay. So I see them finishing. My prediction was Ivory Coast were going to be first, then Equatorial Guinea were going to be second, and then Guinea, and then Nigeria. That was my prediction. Okay, that was my prediction. So it is what it is. If there are any Nigerians watching, I apologize, but it is what it is. So like maybe the best case scenario is Nigeria get that best third place spot. That's the best case scenario and try not to be humiliated. So that's the so I personally think Equatorial could probably push quarters if they get a good draw.
That's the thing.
But say I don't know, maybe like so I'm looking at group E with Mali, Namibia, South Africa, Tunisia.
I would probably put like South Africa's knockout stage fodder.
That's what I think. Yeah, South Africa's the one I think like. Yeah, I think they'll get out of this group, but I think they would struggle against any relatively competitive side. So I think it's fair.
Yeah, I think it would be. I'll just rattle off some names. I think probably South Africa, Cape Verde would be in this, Equatorial Guinea, Guinea-Bissau. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, we actually have to put probably Gambia in the group stage fodder, by the way. I don't think they're going to make it out of that group. Oh, well, see, that group is so difficult to predict because
Cameroon, Gambia, Guinea, Senegal. You got to put Senegal and Cameroon above this. You got to. I think you got to, and then Guinea. I think, especially after that win against Nigeria.
RDS, you see what the nonsense with Onana? He's not even playing on the first match day, by the way.
No, I know.
That is nonsense. That is absolute no. Like, who made that decision? Him or Man United?
I don't know because like even before this whole thing, there was this whole like. To be honest, I'm surprised he's actually coming back to represent Cameroon because last time I checked, one of the reasons when he signed him was that he quit the Cameroonian team.
Yep.
He quit the team.
He returned in November. Yeah, November.
Exactly. It was like, okay, come back. But like when I was reading it, it didn't seem like because I remember he posted something on Instagram, which was quite cryptic, which was kind of like, I didn't come back for you or me or something like that, essentially. So I have a feeling that like I have a feeling that like he probably didn't want to come back. But whether it's because of family, national pride, or different sorts of things, maybe felt guilty to come back. But I don't necessarily think the relationship between him and the coaching staff is fixed. So I think it's one of those things. I don't necessarily think it's a Manchester United thing. I just think it's the fact that the beef that they had before he came to Manchester United with the Cameroonian coaching staff hasn't been resolved.
I think that situation, but it's just so sad because like you should be focusing on your national team. Then the players they're like, oh, we've been training together for a week, and then you just show up one day and you're gonna play. Like that's if I was a player, I would just feel, especially as a goalkeeper, you need that sort of psyche that you need to prepare yourself, really mentally prepare for the game as the starting goalkeeper, not as a backup. And it's just such a weird situation, honestly. Like, I feel like the Cameroon FA has to take a lot of blame, and so does Onana. Like, if Onana's doing that at national team level, could he do that in club level in the future? That's a predicament that could happen to Man United because I don't think the guy really is a team player. If he's doing that sort of nonsense,
I mean,
Samuel Eto'o, my God, he's been terrible as president. Oh, it's so sad.
In Anana's defense, they might say stuff like, "Okay, but can we get paid?" So they might start some of their face. That's why I can't really push back. There's a lot of people like respect AFCON, respect the things. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but like, we also have the same energy. The fact that a lot of these people in the behind scenes are not actually being paid by some of their respective FAs. Not all of them. But there's certainly some noticeable ones that you're like who should be called out for not paying their dues, and West Africa seems to have a bit of a problem there. But
Adash Choupo-Moting didn't get selected.
Who start up front? No, he didn't. Did he? No, he didn't.
He didn't get selected. No.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Vincent Abubakar and vibes. Yeah. That's pretty much for Cameroon. I mean, the guy's a beast. He always comes up.
To be fair, Vincent Abubakar and vibes has worked before. It has worked before, So
they won an AFCON doing that way. So
exactly. So it's not. I can't completely hate about that idea about that. So it is what it is. So just going back to the KO fodder. So we said South Africa. You said Cape Verde.
Yeah, Cape Verde. That's DR Congo.
Oh, sorry. What was I doing?
Yeah, you're good.
Where's Cape Verde's logo again?
It's the left one. It's the one with the stars around the blue.
This one here. Sorry, my bad. Not there. There you go. Although DR Congo. Oh, could DR Congo be in? How far would DR Congo really? I think round of 16 is fair for DR.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they're in between the quarterfinal round of 16, but I would put them in the KO folder. They're a decent team. Weissa's had a good season with Weissa's had a good season with Brentford. He's a baller. I'm really impressed by him this season. Then they have a striker, Simon Bonsa, who's top goal scorer in Portugal. But yeah, I think DR Congo, they're a good team. They didn't qualify for the last AFCON. They're kind of like AFCON like heritage in a way, which is you always want to see them do well. But maybe it's just a tournament too early. And I think they're in a really tough group. Like Zambia ain't no joke, and obviously we know what Morocco have done in the last couple of years. So it's going to be tough for DR Congo. I think it's going to be exciting to watch them play. Like their first game is against Zambia. That whoever wins that game is going to finish second in the group, in my opinion. So that's a game to watch. People on the first match day is definitely DR Congo and Zambia.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree there. Mate. Let's see. Anybody on the knockout fodder?
Equatorial Guinea.
God, I've got to disagree with you, Mike. I think these Equatorial Guineas could push just based on what I know about the fraud that is Nigeria, combined with the fact that these guys are undefeated, going into this tournament on good form, 9 games unbeaten. I don't know. I just think that like it's in fact. Equatorial Guinea, one of the ones that I'd actually put in because I think the other section is dark horses.
Yeah, you can put them there.
I like probably a dark horses. Yeah, I would say that's like they're like. I think at the very least, if they have a good run, I think they could. I think they could do something. It is my 2 cents. Where are they now? Where have I put them there?
It's the blue green. That one. Yep.
This one here. Yes.
The only Spanish-speaking country on the continent.
I know.
Their Spanish is actually quite easy to understand compared to like Argentinian and Chilean Spanish. That's the hilarious part about it. It's actually really easy to understand.
It's Ricardo's club, man. Ricardo's rocking up the Equatorial Guinea shirt because telling us that like if Equatorial Guinea dunk on Nigeria, you know what's going to happen. So that's going to be wild, man. So it's yeah.
They actually I saw one of their players actually, Equatorial Guinea. He's the center back for Las Palmas. I can't remember his name, but he actually looked quite decent. I was like, oh, this guy's Equatorial Guinean. All right, we'll see you at the AFCON. He played a good game against Barca.
Mike, we're going to come to Nigerian section in a second because all the stuff you're saying right now doesn't bode well. I mean, Adaj says Nigeria play better in end-to-end matches. They can't break down no blocks. No Boniface, no Amunai, and Kelechi's become injured. So there's a lack of tactical flexibility going forward. And you've got a team in Equatorial Guinea that are, from what I've seen anyway, relatively defensively strong.
They're the Burnley of Africa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know.
You should probably then. I guess we add Guinea-Bissau and then the Gambia as well. Those two teams are KO fodder.
Okay. So I'll put there. No. And did you say the Gambia, was it?
Yep, the Gambia.
Okay.
They got the derby.
Yeah,
they got the derby against Senegal on Monday. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Fine. Okay. That's
now we got the heavy hitters.
Okay.
See, it's this is the beauty of AFCON. I look at all those teams and I say they have a chance of winning. That's the funny thing.
Zambia not going to win. I don't think Zambia going to win.
Okay, I'm not saying like I'm not like you could legitimately say like it wouldn't be crazy. Like okay, if Mozambique won the AFCON, that would be crazy. If Namibia won the AFCON, that would be crazy. But if Zambia won it, you're like, okay, they got some good players. They can trouble. I think that's just the beauty of AFCON. Like 8 to 10 teams can legitimately win this competition.
Yeah, that's true. Why does the Gambia and Senegal speak different language, even though they were part of the same country before?
Because Gambia was a British colony, I believe. I think I'm right with that one. And then Senegal was obviously a French colony.
French colony. Okay, so
I believe the Gambia was. I'm 100% sure about that.
Maybe they partitioned it, whatever. Maybe that might have been it. What's this in the questions? Dakar is on. Oh yeah, Bambalette.
Yep, independence from the UK.
Gotcha. Since Vardy got injured. Okay, yeah, no, fair enough. So would you put Zambia in contenders? Dark horses.
Dark horses, yes. Zambia.
Dark horses. Okay.
They got a lot of ballers. Do you remember the former Chelsea manager, Avram Grant?
Yeah.
He's the manager of Zambia.
Damn. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I definitely see a potential upset when it comes to Zambia.
Was it October or September? I can't remember which window. They beat Ivory Coast 3-0. So these guys ain't no joke. They're gonna concede goals, but they will score goals. That is a guarantee. But it's gonna be fun to watch Zambia. Obviously, we all know what happened in 2012, man. But probably one of the greatest finals ever in football.
Yeah.
For what happened in that entire story, and then Drogba sending the penalty back to Abidjan. It was just magical.
It was magical indeed. Unfortunately, HH can't accept that Drogba never won an AFCON, and that does that.
And then the first tournament, he leaves.
Yeah, I know. The narrative. The narrative is there. The narrative is there.
That's crazy.
It's there. He can't accept.
Okay, since you talked so much about Guinea yesterday, would you put Guinea at dark horses or KO fodder?
We're talking. Guinea.
Guinea, yes. I would put them at KO fodder. If I'm going to be honest.
Okay, yes. KO fodder. I think Nigeria were just that bad.
And to be honest, the Super Eagles were playing their B team, and I think Guinea were playing their first team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But Girassi, we know what he's doing in the Bundesliga this season.
Exactly.
Unreal. But he did come off injured, so I wonder if he's going to be fit for the first match day, because he's critical for them. If they don't have him, then it's going to be tough.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. Yeah, but I think KO fodder is fair. I think KO fodder is fair for. Let's have a look here. Okay, right. Okay, we can take a detour. We can take a slight detour now because we're 30 minutes in. We're gonna take a slight detour now, and just have a special segment for those who are watching. I want to hear Mike's thoughts on this, because personally, for me, I'm concerned. We're going to talk about Nigeria for about 5 or 10 minutes, and where this country comes on this list. For me, I don't know.
So it's just a section called Nigeria. Is this what you're doing now, Ardias? Have a little bit of faith, not full faith, but a little bit.
The thing is, Mike, is that when someone has faith, it has to be based in something. You know what I mean? It has to be based in something. So what's the faith? What's the faith based in, Mike? What's the faith?
You got some insane players. I can say that at least.
Okay.
You got Chukwueze, Victor Osimhen.
Okay.
Like, That's the thing, right? Like when you look at on paper, like if this was my national team, like and I was supporting Nigeria, I would be like, look at the names we got. Like, oh my god, it doesn't matter who we play against in Africa, we're gonna be awesome. But then you actually watch them play, and it's just a completely different story. It's like you purchase something on Amazon, you receive it at home, and it's nothing like what you saw online. It doesn't work, it's not functioning, and you just want to send it back. That's the Super Eagles right now. Like, I really like your players. I really like Chukwueze. He did have a little bit of a slow start with AC Milan.
AK don't lie. AK don't lie. AK don't lie. AK
don't lie.
AK don't lie. AK don't lie to me now. Don't tell me that Michael Carrick is dunking on ex-United legend Michael Carrick is dunking on Chelsea. AK don't lie. I don't believe you.
It is 1-0.
No. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Samasi, no. Samasi, stop it. No. Let's just focus on this AFCON preview because let's focus on this because there's no way that like a championship club are beating 1 billion Chelsea FC right now. There's no way. There's no way.
There's no way.
I want to focus on this. I want to focus on this one. Okay, so back to Nigeria. Go on. Yeah.
No, but what's your biggest problem with them? Is it just because of what's happened in the last couple of years that you've lost faith, or is it something within this team that I just don't have faith? Yeah, the coaching is terrible.
The coach is a brick.
He's the Portuguese Lampard, by the way.
Sorry?
He's the Portuguese Lampard. That's what I call him.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so I mean, I'm almost tempted to even say that that's even more of a compliment. You know, just giving him because at least Lampard.
That's not a good compliment.
It's not. But at least Lampard got, was it in his first season? He got Chelsea 4th, I think. You know, so
he did actually.
He gave some things. He did something. What has this coach actually done for? You know, this is a coach and a coaching staff that looks like is failing in the AFCON qualifiers for the World Cup miserably right now. A team that's disjointed, that's not together. That, as you said, on paper looks good, and that's the key thing. It's like you've got a team on paper looks good, but and at least in the last AFCON tournament, Nigeria actually played. I didn't have high hopes when I saw them playing the group stage. It's like, okay, this team is playing well. They look like together, etc. And but for stupid decision making in the round of 16. But had they not had that red card that's sending off, you never know. This time, I'm like, Nigeria could lose to anybody. Nigeria could lose to anybody. Like, it's quite possible that this Nigerian side could get grouped. That's why I'm like, the worst performer, it's easily possible that Nigeria could be in that, could be the worst performer. Would I be surprised? So go on.
You know what's funny, RDS? The two rivals could be the worst performers next to each other, Ghana and Nigeria.
Yeah.
Which is, you guys are actually, like, YG said it perfectly. You guys are actually a carbon copy of each other. Talented teams, but the FA and the coaching is abysmal.
Yeah.
It's abysmal. There's no structure. There's no clear identity. When I watch like Morocco or Ivory Coast or even Senegal, okay, they might not play the best football, but it's organized. They're a unit. They're a team. With Ghana and Nigeria, I just don't see a team. I really don't. I want to say, look, there would be nothing more happier to me than seeing these teams thrive, because then that means they're going to thrive in the World Cup. And that's, I think, what football needs is African teams to thrive. But when you have just imbeciles and just delinquents and just straight up idiots running an FA that are corrupt and don't have the best intentions of the actual game in the country, you're going to pay the price. Yeah. And I can guarantee you, if Nigeria, with the way they started World Cup qualifiers by drawing to Lesotho, like I know world maps, I know where Lesotho is, but I can guarantee you, I asked 95% of this world, they don't know where Lesotho is. They don't. Zimbabwe, who just come off a FIFA ban, they weren't even allowed to play for 2 years. You're drawing with them? It's shambles.
It's
so
wild.
Yeah, I'm really, I would say, like, when I saw that group, I was like, if I'm Nigerian, I would not be happy whatsoever, because that is a group you.
This is again. So this is exactly this. That's my point. Pizarro failed in Venezuela, and the NF were like, "Yeah, why not? Let's hire him." That's the level of incompetence. It's not like, oh, he failed with I don't know, France or England or even
Portugal.
team, like, not even like, let's say I don't know, like a mid-tier team like Peru, maybe,
Austria,
Australia, or New Zealand or something. You're thinking, okay, fine, like Venezuela, and if like, yeah, okay, sure, come here, and it just that's the reality, So, in a lot of my predictions, I predicted Nigeria to come second because I didn't want to get Nigerian flame bait. I'm going to be real on the live stream and just say that if I'm honest, guys, I'm not sure. I'm really, really not sure with.
But you have to think to yourself, RDS, you have the best. He was voted African Player of the Year. You have that guy. You have he is that guy.
Michael, what did that guy do in qualifying? What did that guy do in qualifying?
I understand. I understand, RDS.
What did he do?
Understand, but maybe I mean, obviously, I was watching the games. He didn't get any service, in my opinion. In those two games, Ghana just defended really well. They clearly had if we just stop Osimhen, none of these other guys can do anything. So maybe now, this is his tournament to rise. He didn't play the last one because he obviously, I think he had an orbital fracture, if I remember correctly. That's why he wears the mask. He missed the last AFCON. So this is your moment to shine, buddy. I hope he does well because I with the pressure that he's going to be under and with the way Nigeria are going, if he fails, there's going to be a lot of criticism of him for him. I can imagine. So I hope he does well. But I look at your goalkeeper and defensively, you have good names defensively, but
the goalkeeper is a problem.
The goalkeeper, I mean, the guy wouldn't even start for San Marino. I'm not even joking. And I've watched the San Marino goalkeeper. I saw him here in Finland.
The only time I've seen him, ironically enough, do good was when he performed against United for Ammonia, I think it was. That's the only time I've seen him. I was like, this guy looks like prime Neuer. With the amount of saves that he was making.
It was making a lot of saves in that game. I remember.
I was a United fan. I was like, if you could do that for Nigeria, I'd be like, okay, we've got something. But I've never.
He barely plays for Ammonia.
No, of course. So, and how is it that a nation of 300 plus million, you can't find a goalkeeper, a Nigerian goalkeeper that plays at a semi good level,
like somebody in the Belgian league. You could just staff somebody there. It's not that hard.
I don't get it. So I mean, I don't know what happened in the Nigerian way where okay, yes, we've got attack supports, it's great, but we've just completely neglected the defensive and the goalkeeping department. It's just completely gone. I don't get it. It does. I'm not gonna lie. It does. It does. To be honest, like I said, if you want to put on, if there's a betting to put worst performers or or grouped or whatever, and
probably be
betting for Nigeria, put some money on it. Put some money on it. I don't know how much. Put tenner. Put some money on it and see what happens. So
would you? So would you put them and Ghana in the worst performer, both of them, or would you just put the Super Eagles? That's it.
I'm going to put them and Ghana as the worst performer.
And
I'm going to put them there because potential worst performer, but there because the thing is that I mean there probably are other teams, but the thing is that it's the it's the expectation.
Yes.
So I don't. So you can't say that let's just say
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso.
Actually, no, yeah. No. If Tanzania get grouped,
Tanzania or Mauritania, and say that they become bottom of the group, for example, and leave and say, oh, well, they were the worst performers. It's like, okay, yeah, but did we really expect them to be able to, advance and achieve and play amazing football? No, you didn't. Given the resource that they have, whereas to me, worst performer is you playing bad football and and given the resources you have and given the players you have, we expect more from you. Maybe the word should be biggest disappointment. In fact, you know what? That's what I'll change it to. Instead of worst performer, it'll be biggest disappointments. That's actually probably a lot more apt because then that'll be biggest disappointment. Yeah, that's it. This is why I've not spelled that wrong. Yeah, now I can comfortably put Ghana and Nigeria here. easily. Now I can easily
Oh,
put,
man.
like before I could. Now I can easily put those two clubs there now. Now I said bigger exactly. Why just said I will put Nigeria. Samasi even thinks they're gonna get group, man. Samasi thinks
I can't lie. If that happens, I mean, like I uploaded one video to TikTok and I got some backlash from Nigerians. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Like you got obviously you have to support your nation. Like I totally understand it. But if they get grouped, I might look like a genius because I said this a month ago.
Bro, I saw the hate on the
really
video.
worried.
I responded to it and I was like, guys, you need to kind of relax, guys. So like,
I didn't respond. It's YouTube.
No.
Like people are patriotic. It happens. But
yeah,
I'm just saying, if it happens, dear Lord, that stream that I'm gonna do, because I will go live after that game. If Nigeria get grouped, I will be going live. It will be a disaster.
I'm doing a watch long for Equatorial Guinea this weekend. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm really not.
Is that the early game on Sunday? Oh yeah, it is 4 o'clock here, Finland.
4 o'clock, yeah. I'm doing two. I'm doing the Japan Vietnam.
That's gonna be a good game.
So that'll be good because my girlfriend's Vietnamese. We'll be watching together. So
nice.
then Nigeria rings. So either it's going to be a very bad day for both of us, or at least one of us will be happy. So because I don't see both Vietnam and Nigeria winning. So to go, but you never know. You never know.
All right, let's go to a positive note. So,
yes. Okay, let's go back. Okay, go on. Yeah.
Who do you think can be dark horses?
Who do? Can Algeria? I don't think Algeria favorites.
I would put them at contenders.
Contenders.
Yeah.
Over Egypt, Senegal, and over Egypt and Senegal, and Morocco.
I would. So this is how I would have it, right? I have 3 favorites. Actually, 3 favorites. I have Morocco, Senegal, and Ivory Coast. Those are my 3 favorites.
Okay.
Then in the contenders, I have Algeria, I have Egypt, I got Tunisia, I got Burkina Faso, because I think Burkina Faso is slept on. And then dark horses is, I mean, I wouldn't really classify them as dark horses, but it is Cameroon, because I can't see them winning the AFCON. I just can't. I can see them make it to a quarterfinal, but like
over contenders though, I would probably put Cameroon as contenders as opposed to dark horses.
I guess contenders, we can put them there.
Yeah,
because they're like one of the least contenders in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not like in the top contenders, but like if they were to get to a final, you would be like, oh my goodness, like they got, you know what I mean? They got.
But I mean, RDS, they're missing Mbeumo.
That is true. True.
He's a good player, and Choupo-Moting wasn't selected.
But Onana might not start for them. So you know what I mean. So that
situation is just so mind-boggling to me. They're like they got a good team on paper, and I think this is a kind of a similar situation to 2017 when they won the AFCON. Like people didn't really highly rate them, decent team, and then all of a sudden they just were excellent throughout the AFCON. 2021. They hosted it. Did they get some favorable calls in games? I thought so. That's just my opinion as a neutral. And the last couple of years, it's just been like, it's just strange. It's so like qualifying to that World Cup in dramatic fashion against Algeria. Eto'o being the president, he's involved with some match fixing issues. Like there's a lot of issues when it comes to Cameroon football. But one thing is they always show up in the AFCON. No doubt they always show up. So I would still have them as contenders. They are heritage.
Okay. So would you put so let me just go back to my thingy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put Cameroon as we're gonna put Cameroon as contenders.
Yeah.
Okay. And then dark. So I saw who put. Sebastian, you keep on spamming Palmer missing it. Is he missing so many chances? I'm not watching the game, so but is he?
Yeah, we're not watching the game, people.
Is it missing? It's not HH. By the way, it's not HH Jinx. It's the Astrid Jinx. I'll just leave it at that. Because after he balled, there was a certain Astrid that sort of said stuff, So, but anyway, we'll leave it at that. Adaj Free says he thinks that Tunisia, Mali, Zambia. Yeah, that's what
I would add.
Yeah.
I would add those two teams.
Yeah, I think so. Because I don't think Tunisia and, as I said, Mali will win it. But yeah, let me go and find.
Oh, and you can probably add Burkina Faso as dark horses too.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Burkina Faso as well.
They have a really good team, man.
They do.
It's always fun. Like
I really want them to qualify for the World Cup as well. I really want to see Burkina Faso at a World Cup. I just
who's in there? Who's in there? I gotta check who was in their World Cup group. I think they had Algeria, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna quickly check.
I think I think you're right.
Oh no, they got Egypt. Nah. Yeah. Maybe.
Was there, because if I remember the qualifying, it's like all the top automatically.
And all the top, and then the best go to like intercontinental or like another playoff, and then the intercontinental playoff.
Yeah. So as Cameroon, I would say they can reach the quarters.
Not bad. Wow, yeah. Middlesbrough actually 1-0 up. Wow.
So because it's a semi-final as well. Damn it! Are they playing at Stamford Bridge, or are they playing in Middlesbrough?
In Middlesbrough.
In Middlesbrough, okay, yeah. So I suspect that the Chelsea will do the double.
That's near you, right?
Yeah. I work in the hospital when I'm on call. I've actually just come back from a call last night, so I was doing night shift. So James Cook. So I'm glad I'm not working tonight, because it would probably be very, very busy. If they somehow get this win, but we'll see what happens. And actually, we may see.
Oh, I'm dead. No, I'm actually. Wait,
that's,
Dash. That's if Nigeria make it to the intercontinental playoff.
Yeah. That's wild.
Wow.
That is actually incredibly wild. Like, I need to get those emoji sort of things, like bricks and stuff like that. I need to start doing that now, actually. So the bricks, because that's a comment that like deserves like at least a couple of memes, man. That
is a comment and a half.
That is adage free, man. That's because the scary thing is we're living in scary hours where you're not wrong. We're living in scary hours where like you are not wrong, and if that did happen, based on what we've seen, people wouldn't be shocked. People wouldn't be surprised. They'd go,
I wouldn't be shocked.
That's scary, man. That's scary.
Considering the fact that right now I think it's Rwanda who's top of Nigeria's group, anything's possible. There's only 2 match days, so there's many to go.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so obviously final 5 between contenders and favorites. And as you said, I think you're right. Having 3 favorites, I think is fair. I think that, in fact, probably go to contenders and back to favorites and back to contenders. That actually might be easier, because I think we probably agree that Egypt is there. Did we not agree? Oh, we didn't agree with Egypt. Okay,
I would have Egypt as contenders. Yeah, Senegal, yes.
Senegal. You said Ivory Coast.
Yep.
And
Morocco.
Yep. Sorry. So then Egypt and then Algeria as contenders.
Yep.
I would have put Egypt as a potential. Why would you say Egypt would not be considered a potential favorite, given obviously their performance in the last AFCON?
To be honest, I have them like 4th. Like I have those 3, and then Egypt is 4th. I just don't think they have enough sort of quality in the midfield. Their attackers are doing really well this season, actually, and under the new manager Rui Vitória, they've been playing a lot better football. Like under Quiros, we knew what was going to happen. It was going to be defensive football, get it to 1-0, boom. It's all right. Now it's a bit more progressive attacking football, which I think suits. Like I was reading something earlier today that Salah was playing in midfield for Egypt last night. As as a number 10. I was like, oh, okay. I like the sounds of it, because he's been really good at playmaking this season for Liverpool. I just don't think, when I look at their team, I'm like, yeah, that's an AFCON winning team. Not like, I mean, on paper, but like when I've watched them play, I'm like, yeah, they're good, but are they that good? Like when I watch like Ivory Coast or Morocco or Senegal, I'm like, yeah, I think these teams can really, really, really win. But see, this is the thing, RDS. Like, I think the top 6, 8 teams, any of them can win it. It's not compared to like the Euros where, okay, you just say England, France, Portugal, Spain, and then everybody else is like, maybe. Africa is totally different. So, but Egypt's got the heritage, 7-time winners, most of any nation in Africa.
Exactly.
You can never deny them. And I really hope one day that Salah can win it. If it's now or if it's in 2025, I just hope one day he can win it because he's a player that deserves it. I just don't think he's had the talent around. Like, obviously people
Around
can say,
him,
like people can say, oh, he didn't show up in the final. He should have done something. Of course, but you have to look at the teams compared to what they had in 2006 to 2010, where they did a three-peat. Like those teams are not comparable. Like this team is not good as those three-peat Egypt teams. So I really hope for Salah he can do it, and I know he wants to win it badly. You can just tell like how much it affected him last time around. Like after the AFCON, it just didn't seem like he was the same Salah. Like he had a couple good games, but mentally it's really just fatiguing because I think he maybe feels that burden of I have to deliver for Egypt. Because what are they going to remember? Like when you're Egyptian, you're not. It's not like, okay, how many World Cups have you qualified? It's how many AFCONs have you won? So that's going to be the difficult issue for Salah. So we'll see what they do. I mean, they got a favorable group. I think they can easily win that group, in my opinion, with Ghana, Cape Verde. And they have a decent run. But the quarterfinal matchup could be Morocco for Egypt. So that would get interesting to watch.
Fair enough, Chief. Sorry, I'm going to just sort out a technical thing because my batsman, I thought it was charging. Apparently it's not. So I don't want to end the stream midway through and everyone's like, where is RDS? What's going on? I don't know what's happening. So I apologize about that, guys. So just bear with me while I'm trying to fix.
I will never run a Manchester United channel, by the way. Never.
No. You're Liverpool fans. So I don't expect you to. So I don't expect
I'm just gonna turn into Liverpool Studios. That's what will change
Liverpool
to
Studios. So if I had my time again, I probably would just do a like I said, just an overall footballing channel because there's far less stress in having to cover Manchester United all the time, man. It's painful.
I can imagine the stress.
It's painful, man. I don't know what's going on here. This is a bit annoying. Anyway, so obviously we've got. For those who are watching, obviously we've got our list, the favorites, contenders, dark horses, biggest disappointment at the bottom. As we just round things up, I do want to quickly give some Asian predictions, but I also need to fix my battery, so hopefully the stream doesn't go.
Let me ask you a question because I think a lot of people are picking Morocco. Like they're my pick. Would you say they're clear favorites?
AK says this though, because I know AK, you're Moroccan, aren't you? I think AK is Moroccan. He says we won't do anything. Our attack absolutely reeks. Boufal's last game was the Palestinian charity match. What do you think about that?
I don't do you really need like a world-class attack to win the AFCON though? You just need to get that one guy who's like
you need someone because obviously I think you certainly need someone to score goals.
Of course. So they got Ziyech and Naziri.
Okay.
Now the thing is with Morocco is I just think they have such a good midfield. I think that's what you really need in AFCON football. Like Senegal had, they didn't have creative guys, but they had Nampalys Mendy, Kouyate, and Idrissa Gana Gueye. 2019 Algeria, they had Benacer, who's an unbelievable midfielder. So I think with Morocco, obviously Amrabat has not had a great season with Man United, and you could probably testify to that. But they got Unahi, they got El Kanous, they a lot of ballers. So the problem for Morocco is, and that's why I don't put so much stock in them, like, yes, certified winner, is that whenever there's pressure, they kind of fumble. And they're going to have a different sort of situation compared to the World Cup, where the World Cup, it's a cute story. Everybody's behind them and we're all going to support Morocco and they just play defensive football. I wonder really how they're going to approach this AFCON. Are they going to be, when they go up against, Egypt in the quarterfinals, just say, hey, you guys have the ball and we'll be defensive, or are they going to take the game to Egypt? That's what's kind of fascinating to see with how Morocco approach this AFCON. But no doubt the talent is there. Like, if anybody's going to say, oh, they're not a talented team, then I don't know what to tell you, really. I don't like. You just saw how well they worked together as a unit. That's another thing. They worked for each other, and now it's been since 1976 they've won an AFCON. 1976.
AK saying, who's that guy? Ziyech and Nesri. Midfield is good, but doesn't have goal scorers.
Well, look, AK, so how many goals did Senegal score in their last AFCON win? I think they won round of 16, quarterfinal, and the semis. No, and the final. They didn't score a goal in the final, and I think the other two, they won 1-0. So all you just need is one goal. That's it. That's it. So I think it's enough, but we'll see. Like I said, Morocco are not a certified pick. If you said Ivory Coast, I could understand it. If you said Senegal, could understand it. If you said Algeria, could understand it. Burkina Faso, that's what makes the beauty of the AFCON. But they got to just understand the pressure they're under. There's an expectation now. World Cup, okay, if you got out of the group, nice. Beat Spain, cool. Now, let's see what happens.
I don't disagree there, buddy. Right. I don't know why I can't fix my battery announcement, so I'm going to probably have to actually round up the stream, which is annoying. Otherwise, I'm just going to just go out. Although I can probably log into my phone and do it that way. That might work. So, but we'll see. Yeah. Final question, I think, for those. I mean, as Smash says, to win in special moments, you need a good defense. Exactly. I don't disagree with that. Who do you think is going to be the tournament's top goal scorer? Who do you think is going to be the tournament's top goal scorer?
I wasn't expecting that.
And likewise in the chat as well. Top goal scorer. Who do you think is going to be the golden boot, the top goal scorer, guys?
You know what? Sebastian Haller from Ivory Coast.
Actually, that's a shout. That is.
I think they're going to score a lot of goals in the group stage. So, yeah, I would go with Haller.
Sebastian Haller. That is a shout. I mean, obviously with Cameroon being there, convincing Abubakar, just go beast mode and just get.
If he does it again, man, this guy's an absolute. He's a.
I'm saying. See, he's certainly for me, he certainly will be, top three. I think I wouldn't be surprised, Vincent Abubakar. But yeah, you're right. I'm not going to say Osherman. That's just too. Nigeria.
Salah is too easy.
Salah, and I actually don't think that they will. Mane, could Mane step up? Senegal, because they will probably go far, in my opinion. Yeah. How much will Mane contribute to that? Again, maybe top 5. I think for Mane, maybe. But yes, Sebastian has a good shot. I don't know if you have any others.
There's a baller for Algeria, but he's going to be missing the first game. His name is Amoura. He's been unreal with Royal Union Saint-Gilloise in Belgium. He's a name to watch out, people, is Amoura. This guy is... I watched him against Liverpool. I was like, okay, this guy, he's pretty decent player. Other than that, I'd probably go with Salah. Yeah, Salah and Naziri. What about Nico Jackson? He's going to start for Senegal.
What did you just say, Michael?
Nico Jackson? I'm actually not. I'm not playing around here. I'm actually being serious. Like Nico Jackson.
I know what you said, but I'm just trying to understand what you said and why you said it. Like that's what I'm trying to understand. Like what
he's going to go forward with Senegal.
Yeah, I know. I mean, is he? I mean, how many goals does he have? Okay, actually,
the problem is Ghana are not going to go far.
Yeah, that's the problem. If Kudos was in a better team, absolutely, but I don't think Ghana are going to go far. But as far as
you got to be kidding me. Nico Jackson has 7 appearances for Senegal and has 0 goals.
That's why I was saying that's. I mean, Jackson, are you on drugs? Like I was saying, are you honestly telling me a guy who's not scored a single professional goal for his team and was celebrating a hat trick against 9 Spurs? You're saying that he's going to be the top goal scorer of the AFCON tournament, man. It'd actually be a disgrace. It'd be a disgrace to happen, actually.
Ardias, I'm just putting names out there. To be fair to Jackson, he's got 8 goals and 23 appearances for Chelsea.
Okay, yeah, but 3 of those goals were against
I know. When you have a deep dive analysis, it's like it's Fugazi basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like he dunked on City, Liverpool, United, or basically Villa or any team in the top 12.
But he could like him and Sadio are probably going to be the main guys for Senegal.
That is true. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
him,
in fairness,
Ismail Assar. Yeah.
In fairness, at least as much as I rate on Jackson, at least he'd like to think that the burden on scoring goals will not be on Sadio, and it'll be on and they'll share and he'll help and he'll contribute. That's what you'd like to think, at least, So
exactly.
So hopefully that that figures itself out. Guys, we were originally going to do an Asian thing as well, but I'm gonna have to put, because unfortunately my laptop's is messing up, so I apologize. I don't know if we can do it at some other point or some other time later, maybe. Have you any free time this week?
Yeah, I mean, this tournament starts Friday.
Okay. It's Tuesday today, isn't it? Yeah.
So I can't do it tomorrow.
No. Okay.
Maybe Thursday.
Yeah. Like, and we only have to do about half an hour, something like that, and just.
But quickly, who's your pick then to win the AFCON?
Oh, we didn't even ask them that question, guys. Who is going to win the AFCON? Who will win the AFCON?
It's always tough. I swear, man. I think there was a wait. I'll try and bring it up as you're thinking.
I don't want to go. It's going to be between, for me, Senegal and Ivory Coast. I'm going to give it. I'll give it to the host nation. I'll give it to Ivory Coast. I think it'll be Ivory. I'll give it to Ivory Coast based on our favorites. Just on host tags, I will give it to Ivory Coast. However, they could also not do very well. So I'm putting a lot of posts. I see what you've shared.
So these are the chances of winning according to Opta stats. Like, look how even it is. Like, there's no clear favorite in this. No. Even like Mali get 3%.
Why is Nigeria 8%?
Okay, I mean, RDS, just let it go. They're not the clear favorites. It's okay.
I know. It's just. I'm just looking at the teams that are below Nigeria, and I'm like, I'm fairly sure that Burkina Faso could do something. 1.8.
You know what's crazy?
Always underplay Burkina Faso, and they always do well in these tournaments.
I was just about to say, I've been saying that throughout my previews. Like, everybody sleeps on this nation, Burkina Faso, but the last 2 times they've appeared is a 3rd place finish and a 4th place finish.
Exactly. That's why I don't understand, like, why they always. It's like every single time, specifically when I'm always like, why do people always say Burkina Faso are like always just underplay them and overhype some of these? Burkina Faso in recent tournaments have had better finishes than Nigeria. But somehow Nigeria 8% to win it and Burkina Faso not. I don't know. I don't get it.
Because they got the names. It's the names as well, RDS. It's the names.
The names that don't do anything. The names don't do anything. Names.
It's okay. Relax, RDS. Relax. We'll get to Sunday. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. So who would you put as favorites yourself?
Morocco. That would be my pick.
Okay.
Am I confident? Absolutely not. I'll tell you that right. I'm not confident one bit.
Neither is AK. AK is definitely. I think you're more confident.
Well, I think you got to understand, RDS. They haven't won the AFCON since 1976, so I wouldn't really feel like, oh my god, yes, we're gonna do it. Like, you're gonna feel like a little bit like, I'm not too sure.
Sad that Robert Mugabe ain't playing. I mean, I don't think Zimbabwe have even qualified, man. I don't think Zimbabwe are actually even in the.
Why?
However, they did school Nigeria in qualifying, so I can't really even clown them. So I can't. So congrats Zimbabwe. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you enjoying. Obviously, we're gonna be. But for those who are watching, make sure you obviously, if you're not subscribed already, head over and subscribe to Michael Talks Football channel. Road to 10K subscribers. Go there, like, subscribe, show him some support on his videos, man. Great guy for coming on. I really appreciate him. If you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe to Red Devil Studio. We'll be back with some watch long at the weekend, and I will hopefully have a live show for the Asian Cup. Apologies, would have done something like today, but I need to fix my laptop because it's messing up again. And stay tuned for more videos this week as well. Have a nice day, guys, and cheers. Peace.